I'll tell you the one that bothered me the most. And this is in the intentional perpetrator category. And it's a gentleman by the name of Dr. Robert Courtney. And he was a pharmacist. Dr. Courtney's story is not only in the intentional perpetrator chapter, but it's also in the victim chapter. He was a pharmacist who diluted cancer drugs and manipulated about 98,000 prescriptions of patients that were stage 4 cancer patients. And so just imagine a 62-year-old female stage 4 cancer patient that goes in for their chemotherapy and is just getting saline solution. And this pharmacist did that so that he could increase his profit margin for 2 reasons. One, he had a huge debt with the IRS, and he wanted to make a $1 million donation to his church. So he was able to, or his goal was to spread out his medication so that he could increase his profit margin. And people suffered, and people died. And he's interesting because I created a game about his case so that students could talk about, is it unethical or ethical to think about what the value is of a life? Is it wrong for what this pharmacist did? He also is another person that applied for a compassionate release due to COVID. He didn't get it because a lot of people thought he was similar to a serial killer. But he was the person that just, he was evil. So he was a different type of intentional perpetrator, because I think when you find people that deal with health issues, it bothers us in a different way. The righteous perpetrators, I feel really sorry for them. There was one woman, I was at a conference in Bermuda, and they asked, well, when you come on the island, is there anything that you want to do? And I said, I think I want to visit a prison. And they were like, are you serious? And I said, yeah. And they said, well, do you want to go to a women's prison or do you want to go to a men's prison? I want to tell you that in our prisons, we don't have, our guards don't carry any kind of weapons. So I said, I'm going to go to the women's prison. And so I spent the day in the women's prison, and I interviewed 4 women. And there was a female who was proud of the fact that she created fictitious invoices to give jobs to the community because she felt as though her boss was offering poor living conditions, poor, not good apartment options for people. And she wanted to help the community by giving them jobs. And so she would create these fictitious jobs, and she stole a lot of money from the company to help other people, and she was very proud of it. And so it was an interesting experience, because I was like, you have a family and you risked your family to do this. So all of the people in the book I've had interactions with. So I can't pick a favorite, but they impact you differently.